everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. With that, it's time for the AFC Championship. And to call the action, as they have all year, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Well, the radar says the heavy stuff still a few hours away, but snow is falling as we near kickoff at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. Straight ahead, it's a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl. And it'll be a great one between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the New England Patriots. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Carry for Leonard Fournette. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Big boys down there in the trenches, and a nice play to stop them cold. Nothing there.
Yeah, when you talk about big boys, you're talking about those defensive tackles, those nose tackles. They're not just big, they're immense. And what a big-time play there.
Again, it's Fournette. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Look to throw here. Room to run past midfield. Throw left side complete. That's Griffith. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. 1 yard officially on the pickup, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 11. They'll drop to throw. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard, complete. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. First down, Jacksonville. The passing game looking sharp on this drive for the Jags. Fournette, a first down carry. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility?
And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. This now, play number 9 on the opening drive, but it's 3rd and long. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. He can run for it, and he will. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And this seemingly endless drive continues. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. After the penalty, it's Fournette. And a short gain here down to the 22. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
This offense 2 for 2 on third downs on this drive. They're in for a tough test here, though, 3rd and long. Now back to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Okay, they've moved the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did.
So they get the field goal, but part of that was a 14-play drive to get the 3.
Normally, when you hold the ball that long, run that many plays, you end up in the end zone. There's a breakdown on the defense. Something happens. In this case, that didn't. But really good ball control by the offense. They're hoping that they can wear them down if they keep having drives like that.
Flex round. Come on, let's go. They'll come out throwing here on first down. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. The pressure gets to him again. Dante Fowler in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs are going to lead to a 3rd and long. And the defense will try and pin their ears back and get pressure again here after the sack. It's 3rd down. Come on, let's go! They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Well, as an offense, you know, some drives you have it, some drives you don't. And this one looks like a you don't.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I mean, it was 3rd and long. It was screaming for a pass. I think they tried to outguess him there with the running play. They didn't fool him at all.
Went in the wrong direction. The Jaguars getting set to go. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a 1st down.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
And he'll take this one down to the 36. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Second down following the run. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. On second down, here's Fournette. And some space here. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
When you try to create space for your running back, the first thought is how physical is the offensive line. Sometimes it's just positioning. On that play, it didn't matter about positioning or being physical. The defensive front, they out-leveraged them and won the battle.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it's going to be third down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. Looking to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle, and he's got his big receiver Robinson for the Jacksonville touchdown. Allen Robinson, 31 yards. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Patriots offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how the defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, get a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. They'll look to throw here on first down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 18 big yards on that one, and a New England first down. They'll look to throw now on first down. And unable to connect on the long pass. It falls down incomplete.
The best receivers we know always tease their quarterbacks that, hey, no matter what you do, you cannot overthrow me. Well, guess what? That's exactly what happened on that play. Normally, they time it up pretty well, but on that one, he just overshot him.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And a nice gain of 21 yards. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. But everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When a receiver's in your zone and he crosses to another one, you got to let your guy know. They got a completion there, but I like the discipline they showed to stay in their proper areas and then make the tackle.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. His throw caught right around the 6. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Partner, they weren't quite in the red zone, but things are starting to get condensed on the field. Throwing the corner route there, really nice play because it gives them a little bit of room to complete it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. Back to throw. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. They wind up with 6 on the hook up there, but it's not enough. 4th and goal.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks. But it doesn't matter what you call a position, it's who you put there, and there we saw completion.
So give them 3 there. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they couldn't punch it in.
And credit this defense, too. That was the old bend but don't break approach, but it kept the offense out of the end zone.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Let's go! He'll drop to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Griffith. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Two minutes to play here in the first half. Back with more of the AFC Championship game after this.
Here we go.
Here's a give to Fournette. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. He came out ready to play. That's 3 tackles for a loss, Charles. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And that's problematic for the guys trying to run offense because that means he's got a pretty good idea of what they're doing and is actually beating them to the point of attack and making those plays. Might have to think about some misdirection or something to try and get him away from the ball.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. So make some room next to Tom Dempsey on the NFL's all-time field goal distance leaderboard. That's going to go down officially as a 63-yarder.
Let's not forget about David Akers, Jason Elam, and Sebastian Janikowski, too. So now Matt Prater at 64 has got a little bit of company up near the top spot. That was one heck of a kick right there.
Now a play fake here on first down. It's caught left side by Cooks. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. And a nice gain at 21 yards.
Come on, let's go!
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Here we go!
Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, second down.
No gain on that run, and while this team is down, they're not out of it by any...
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. As they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll go down at the 28. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And that is not going to get there. Oh, he missed it short. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And there is nothing easy about being a kicker on a day like this.
Yeah, I tell you, not only is the footing tough in the snow, but kicking that ball is like kicking a rock. Very difficult to get any sort of feel on your kicks.
And now he'll tuck it and run. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is second down. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here.
Here we go!
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack.
Hey, was it a breakdown of protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
Yeah, who has time for a halftime show with a trip to the Super Bowl on the line? Let's get back to it. This will be fielded at the 8. Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But
this
you're
is
going to do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Here we go! What? Ohio!
They're going to look to throw. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. New England on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Here we go. What? Nothing. What? Nothing.
They'll set up a throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And his pass incomplete. Gronkowski the intended target, and now it's 2nd down.
You know, every time we talk with people about the most important quality for a quarterback to have in the NFL, what do they usually cite?
Arm strength.
Yeah, and that's really way down on the list. Accuracy is one of the bigger ones, maybe the foremost one. That's what he needed on that play.
Come on, let's go. Brand 38. Brand 38. Hut. Flex round. Come on, let's go. What? Nothing.
A play action fake. They'll look to throw. Incomplete, almost intercepted. They haven't picked him off yet. Would have been a great time for the first, but instead it's 3rd down. New England on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10.
Here we go. Flex round. Flex round.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he's got an open man. It's Gronkowski. A really good pickup of 28 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. So the incomplete pass brings up 2nd down.
Let's go.
They'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play, but what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just goes right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. Now this will be the 9th play on this drive. They'll run it now out of the gun. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
No gain on that run, and while the team is down, there's still time to come back and win the football game. If I'm the offensive coordinator, though, I've got to think about moving at a faster pace and maybe opening things up a little bit and throwing it a little bit more.
Well, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
Look, the first down marker is out there, but sometimes it's hard to find for an offense when they're in a long yardage situation, which usually means throw the football. In this case, they went against the tendency and ran it. And boy, the reward was there. A big, big pickup And guess what? It's now 3rd and very short in order to try and pick up a first down.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches.
Let's go.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal. Ooh, long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field.
Here we go.
Now a handoff looking right. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
They'll look to throw. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
Now Leonard Fournette. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Hitting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Shift together here from the D-line.
Ohio, flex round. Here we go.
They'll run it again with Fournette. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Come on, let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. And on 2nd and 10 now.
Let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. So the offense has it 1st and 10. They'll run the option right here on 1st down. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. Back now in Foxborough. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together.
Let's go.
They'll drop the throw. But he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this 2nd half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
A big hit. Knocked down sideways. Looks to be right around the 40. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. And now out come the Patriots. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. And that'll bring up second down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's able to get up here to the 26. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
And that is incomplete.
The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch, but underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Let's go! Brand 38! Ohio!
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. That one good for 13 at a New England first down. He'll look to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A very solid gain of 27. Back to throw here. Quick throw that's complete on the inside slant. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. They'll look to throw here. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
And the 8th play on this drive coming up. Now flags come in. Looked like one of the Patriots might have moved. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And some room to work. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Looking to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And Boswell's kick is good. And they will cut the lead back down to a touchdown now at 13-6. All right, so you needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal then maybe not exactly what they wanted, but it's a necessary first step.
Still plenty of time remaining, but you could really use a stop defensively after the kickoff, preferably a 3-and-out.
This is taken just shy of the 10 here. Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. And, you know, their previous possession, they were able to move the football, but still wound up punting in the end.
You know, in 2016, Carolina had a 20-play drive that lasted over 10 minutes. And remember how it ended?
And a punt.
Yeah, I mean, how does that happen? You just don't see that happen every day.
This one maybe not quite that bad, but still, you'd like to have a chance for points if you hold the football that long.
Agreed.
Getting late here in the 4th, and if this team has any chance to win this football game, their defense obviously needs a stop here.
Here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. Now whistles blow, and the Patriots are going to take another timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. They'll set up to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And he gets this one all the way up to the 40-yard line. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Now back to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
Ohio, here we go. Ohio. Let's go.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. Time for a break. Back to wrap up the AFC Championship game after this. He's back to throw. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground.
Let's go.
And now a carry here for their fullback. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets them up 1st and goal.
They've definitely established a rhythm on this drive, moving the ball quite well. And big man with football is an integral part of the whole thing.
So they pick up the 1st down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
I know a lot of people won't like the draw called in that situation, but every now and then that pops big. In this case, it didn't happen.
And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. They come out here in the I. And on the ground they go with a running back. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute. So getting the big touchdown they needed late in the fourth. Now what do? You conservative and just tie it up?
No, I think you put your practice into game situation. Go as fast as possible. You already have your play call ready to go. Go for two and decide it right now.
Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. This will be taken short, and they're going to have very poor field position as he's out of bounds at his 7-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. On play action, they'll throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And in the second quarter, he may very well have run by him. But in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
The Jaguars on third down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Back to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Griffith. He's at the 40. Past the 20. 10. And he's in for the touchdown. And in the final seconds, forget overtime. They've just likely won this thing in regulation.
Well, any thoughts about overtime have ended at this juncture. That touchdown puts them up 6. I would imagine they'll kick the extra point now and rely on their defense.
Yeah, rely on their defense. So a little bit of time left on the clock here in the fourth, but they got to feel good now. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short of the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. Second down now after the incompletion. Cooks will come in motion right. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. So after all of this, it comes down to one final play.
And just think of what it's going to be, because from this distance, you've got to be prepared for everything. Hook and laterals, tip balls, you name it. A lot of laterals after a catch. Just got to be prepared, stay on your feet defensively, and tackle someone.
Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. And the AFC champion has been crowned onto the Super Bowl. There cannot be a better feeling than this.
It's almost indescribable. And when we talk to players from the past, a lot of them mention getting to the Super Bowl, winning a conference championship, even before they talk about the Super Bowl itself. All that hard work to get to your goal, incredible.